Hey, what's going on, guys? Brian here, Brian's Lawn Maintenance. Hope you guys are doing well. Hey, joined by the beautiful wifey for lifey.
It's been a while.
Dude, when's the last time you've been on the YouTube channel?
I think last year, maybe getting the plow on.
The last year getting the plow on?
Like last winter.
So 12 months.
Here. Yeah.
Are we still together?
Yeah.
Are we still married?
Yeah.
Are you happy?
Yeah.
Holy cow. It's been a year. We're going to talk a little bit about 2024. What a wild year that it's been. I got a little bit of a list here, so we just want to kind of go down memory lane for you guys, with you guys. 2025, we're gearing up to make it our best year ever. I'm sure just like so many of you guys. I was putting this list video together and it just didn't feel right, like not talking about all this without you, because like we're in it together, even though you're not really like in Brian's Lawn Maintenance day to day. You're not pulling weeds, shoveling snow. Sometimes you move the plow truck once in a while, but rarely. Maybe
especially these days.
Yeah, maybe if FedEx has to make a delivery at the house. But I wanted to do a video talking about this whole year in review and really just talk about where we're going to go as a company in 2025, and then also talk about where we want to go with YouTube and social media in 2025. It's been
a crazy year.
It's been a very exhausting year. I'm not going to BS you guys. It's I think sometimes social media lacks authenticity. We talk about that quite a bit. And if I was just honest with you guys, 2024 has kicked my butt. I mean, it has been the most financially exhausting year, mentally exhausting year, I think relationally challenging year for all of us, for both of us. And I just really am grateful for the community in general that we've been a part of and even built with our own content. The guys that we have on our team that have just stood in the gap and have really went to bat with us and for us this year. Our social media team, if you will. We have a great gal named Bethany. She's been just a rock for us. Yeah. Mr. Producer that runs the podcast, a couple editors that we use, like VAs, they've been fantastic. And even then, all that being said, I still feel like I've been doing a little bit of like plate spinning over here. It's like a 7, a little plate spinning over here. It's been like a 5, a little plate spinning over here. It's been a 4. And it's not from a lack of wanting to do 8, 9, and 10 level of effort, from videos to content to podcasting to growing the lawn care business. It's just when you're building a home and a barn and moving and living in a camper, it's a lot.
We were stretched so thin this year. I think we found our bandwidth. Yeah. Like, I don't think we'd been like, it's like discovering a new world. Like we've discovered new lands.
It has been, we've been at capacity, to tell you guys the truth. So here's what I got. Let's not make this video any longer than it needs to be. I do want to talk about 2024 because we've had a lot of big wins. I was in the office earlier and writing these notes down, and I'm like,
not your actual office.
Not my actual office. I do have an actual office now. I have an actual office and a studio that I'm building down in the basement, which I'm very, very excited about to bring you guys more content for real. Like, I'm really excited about taking our content to the next level, especially on YouTube, the video production quality, the content quality. Right now, there's a lot of folks out there that are putting out questionable content, questionable quality. And it's absolutely wild that anybody's allowed to just share and dispose information, even if they maybe don't have credibility, which is always wild. We are in the thick of it. Our company's growing like crazy right now.
Yeah.
We're adding new trucks, new guys, new accounts left and right. So we're in the thick of this thing right now with you guys. We're not just making content to make content. I really want to stay core and true to our original reason we started building a YouTube channel 8 years ago, which was to help other people
Has it really
succeed.
Been 8 years?
Yeah, March 2016.
Wow, we're old.
Yeah, so
that's almost a decade.
Yeah, that's 8. Is that 8 years then? We've been doing YouTube or being on social media, which is crazy.
That's
going on 9 years. So like, we're no spring chicken. I think my company should be 10 times larger than it is. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate. I feel like my checking account should be 10 times larger than it is, but we're growing. We're growing year over year. We're really pumped. And so let's do this really quick. Can I go down a little bit of a list of memory lane?
I have no idea what's on this list. So.
All right, let's jump into it. And again, by the time we're done, I'm gonna share 1 or 2 final things that we're excited about for 2025. And then also maybe along the way, let me know what you guys are excited about, have accomplished maybe in 2024 or looking to accomplish in 2025. So first off, in no particular order, we completed the house and completed the barn.
Yeah.
That's like the big win this year. Holy freaking cow. We could talk about that for days.
Literally.
Holy freaking cow. If anybody wants to build a custom home, I encourage you to do. I can encourage you to do it. I think it's going to be your dream house. The other side of me wants to talk you off the cliff because there's no freaking way I will ever build another custom home.
I would still do it again.
Ever.
I don't know what that says about me as a person, but I would build something smaller. I wouldn't build this big of a house again.
No, way too big of a home, way too expensive. But the whole building process, I don't care if it's half the size and half the amount, I'm not doing it.
I would do it. I'm gonna build like a cottage or something.
I would find a spec home builder, figure out your budget, find a spec home builder, and that's what I'd move into. I'm done with it. I'm never building a home again. I love it. I love our builder. Mike Miller actually goes, most builders aren't lucky to see their customers at the Christmas party, more likely at the funeral. He said that the other day on the phone. I said, well, I hope to see you at both, but for crying out loud. But we've had a good experience. It's just been mentally, here's how I can quantify building a home. It's just like back in high school or college. When you take your final exam, it's only one test, but it has 50% of the grade. Right? It's like a huge part of the whole year. And so we only did one more thing, build a home. Holy cow, was that the most simplistic statement that I've ever made in my life, and I'm paying for it ever since. It's only been one more thing, but it's been 10, 20, 30-hour week commitment for 18 months.
Having a baby, living in a camper, trying to build the business is enough. And then you add in like building a home where we're making like important decisions basically every day, questions every day. Like there wasn't a single week where we weren't asked like a million questions or like, okay, this happened, what about this? Like it was a lot.
Yeah.
And I still would do it. I love our home. There's still so much to do, but I would still do it again. I don't think that you would get the same feeling.
No.
Like doing anything else. I love that adventure kind of thing though. I don't know what that says about me, but I eat that up.
Well, what about the barn too? We finished up the barn last.
I don't care about the barn.
I care a lot about the barn. The house, I'm like, oh my God, how much is it going to cost to finish? The barn, we're doing pretty good. I'm very happy.
Brian would have quit and we would have just lived in the barn.
I would have. I'm like, they want how much more for countertops? How much more for tile? With the house. All right. So completed the house, completed the barn. I'm going to do a price breakdown video on the barn here really soon. I know a lot of you guys have been looking forward to that. I'm pretty much wrapped up with buying and building things in the barn. We have to do our garage doors. The openers, but that's like a couple grand. So I do have a good number that I can give you guys. So that video will come very soon. Pallet racking, lighting, working. We have a working bathroom. I'm just writing down things I'm grateful for. We have a working bathroom in the barn. Oh my gosh. When the guys come over, like, before or after a snow run or a team meeting or a team huddle, we have a working bathroom. I know it sounds weird.
Okay, but I went in there like with one of our kids who's newly potty trained and there's no toilet paper in there.
There wasn't any
Why
toilet
is there no toilet paper?
Okay, it's almost there. It's almost there. We need a shower curtain.
And it needs to be clean.
It's a lot. So one thing I wrote down, we bought our new truck last fall, but we were able to actually use it this year. We were able to plow snow, have a backup truck, have Mark break off and do landscaping jobs while Rob and Ryan and Jake were able to go do mowing or whatever. And not only that, Bedell, one of his trucks broke down. We were able to just lend it to him for 2.5 weeks, didn't even think about it. What a huge blessing to have a third truck in the fleet and not have to necessarily give up my personal truck, which is 50% business, 50% personal use, right?
Yeah.
So super grateful for that. What do you think about that?
So I will say from like a wife's perspective, buying this truck, I was like, it's just going to sit. And it did sit for a little bit because it's like, what do you do? Do you buy the truck and then like get the work or like it's this awkward shuffle? And it's been really rewarding for me to see it like getting used. Like I went in it. I took it to Momco meeting.
The Salter on it, the plow on it, and everything.
And I was like, oh wow, there's actually quite a few miles on it.
Like, There's some of the summer months it sat a little bit more often than I wanted it to, but we got it for plowing snow.
Yeah.
And so we do keep it moving with plowing and salting.
Very much needed. And then just with the work that we've gathered from snow, hoping that moves into like summer clients as well with maintenance, like that will be moving all next summer.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. I'm excited about it now.
I'm very, very grateful, very thankful for it, but it feels nice to actually like put it in use. You know what I mean? Let's see, new enclosed trailer this spring. That was super exciting. I think I've seen it like one time. Yeah, it literally stays at the yard, obviously, with the guys. But the new enclosed trailer, $20,000. Another big financial investment. It was, a little nerve-wracking. We financed it, obviously, and we're just excited about growing the company. The first trailer we've had for 7 years until we bought the new one this spring.
That was the first trailer. Having to buy a second trailer, buying our first trailer and the red truck Thunder was like buying a house to us. And so like these are, I'm sure you're gonna talk about this, getting like phased out and like refreshed.
Yeah. Yep.
It's painful.
It's huge milestones. So like
I'm gonna cry. I was saying goodbye to them.
Thunder will be available for sale about March timeframe. So 38 to 40 grand is what I'm looking for it, with the dumper, with the plow. Shoot me an email if you want me to keep you in mind.
It needs to go to like a good home though.
Yeah, like I'm sad to see it go, but we're refreshing that truck. It's a beautiful truck, works fine, works great. It's got 90,000 on it, but it's just due. We're gonna retool with a new truck to match the fleet that we want to grow into.
We've learned, I don't know if this is on your list, but we've learned a few things about the type of trucks we're looking for and like really outfitting crews and not just like personal use vehicles
or owner-operator style trucks.
Yeah.
So. All right, let's keep going. I wrote down more landscaping jobs than ever. We did so much more landscaping work this year than ever before. Pruning, mulching, self-performed a bunch of pruning work this year. Still subbed out a bunch of work, but very excited about the extra revenue that came in. We're able to break off Mark 1 or 2 days a week, almost every week through summer for about 2-3 months straight, which brought in a lot of extra revenue, helped with cash flow, helped with payroll. It was very expensive spring, summer. We had no Q1, Q2, to be honest with you. We had no snow. And it was so cold in March and April that it was pretty abysmal. I don't think we hit sales year over year where we were on a good growth curve until
like late summer.
Yeah, it was June, we were down 6%. July, we finally broke even and we're up a little bit. In August, we started being up. And so I'm excited about seeing where the final numbers land the plane. Maybe we can do another video about where Brian's Lawn Maintenance grew in 2024. But I know we're up. I know we're up big time, probably single digits, if not maybe double digits. So that's really good. Not bad for a year in which we built a home, built a barn, had a kid, lived in a camper, kept everybody together.
The fact that we grew at all was amazing to me. And like you said, in the beginning of the year, it was kind of like, nothing. Yeah. And
Good system. What are we at? Oh my, 12 and a half minutes already on this. We'll go faster. All right. Camper life.
I don't want to talk about camper.
We're not talking about camper life. We started as camper people. We've ended as not camper people. Love the camper. It's been a beautiful unit. It's for sale right now.
It was a huge blessing to us, honestly. No, I'm done.
We're done with camper life. Great unit, fifth wheel camping, love camping. I just can't do it ever again. I hearken it back to the common statement that many people have said, like, don't ever get a job at your favorite restaurant, because once you see how the food's made and you eat the food like every day as a shift meal, you're gonna be done with it.
Completely disillusioned.
Yeah, I worked at Little Caesars. I can't touch a hot and ready for the life of me. Now the breadsticks I do love, but it's camper life. It's for sale on rvtrader.com. 60 grand, it's yours. I'm just selling what I owe on it, all right? Let's see, just some other quick stats. The podcast crossed 3 million, 100%. We have the biggest, largest green industry podcast in the industry. It's with the number of downloads, the number of monthly downloads, impressions, everything. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody puts in their bio. 100%, super pumped about that. It feels awesome to be number one. And that's because of you guys. Literally, the podcast, Fullerton Unfiltered, YouTube doesn't even know we have a podcast yet. That's the wild thing. We have like 3 or 4 different audiences here. I'm gonna do another video just to let you know where you can find all of our stuff. But we have Bethany making blog posts. We have Fullerton Unfiltered. We've got Instagram. We've got the YouTube channel. We've got TikTok. We've got our newsletter that goes out. We've got Link, which is a private Facebook group. That's coming in a second. I gotta talk about that. Super pumped. But like, there's so much content going out there. If you've never checked out the podcast, it's really, really good. Like, it's got great guest interviews, and then I try to give my little 2 cents of wisdom, once in a while. But it's growing really, really well, and I'm grateful for it. I mean, if Mr. Producer, basically quarterbacks that. I hit start, I hit stop, I send it over to him.
Yeah.
So we're at 750 episodes. What's your thoughts?
That's crazy. I think it's a huge testament to you, and of course the audience that watches. But your commitment to consistency with it has been relentless, and I think that's part of the reason why. And then also putting out quality content. You legit will map out episodes, and there's episodes that are just fun too, but getting guests on and things like that. I really feel like it started as something that you were really passionate about, and you can see the fruits of that coming up. So that's really cool. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
I put a lot of time and energy into the podcast, probably more than any other.
More than YouTube. Everybody was always like, oh, the YouTube channel, oh, the silver play button, and really it's the podcast was your baby, I think.
The last 3 years, 4 years, it's been the podcast, because it's much more simple to do than YouTube. But I will tell you, we're coming back hard on YouTube in 2025. Get ready. I'm telling you, we got so much stuff planned. It's not even gonna be funny. Podcast crossed 3.5 million downloads or 3.25, whatever. Actual real downloads. Okay. Anyway, YouTube channel growing steadily, 230,000 subs. I don't keep up on how many subs you get or what we have. I don't really care about the sub count. I've never been a vanity metric kind of guy. I appreciate every view. I appreciate every person that watches. Sub count, if you subscribe, great. If you don't, no big deal. I guess we should probably encourage people to subscribe so we can get the million play button. Is that?
Do you get a play button?
Yeah, I think you get the million. Isn't that the gold play button?
I don't know.
3 years ago, me would have been like, that's exactly it. Today, I'm like,
I don't.
I'm like, who cares?
It's kind of weird.
I need to display mine in my new studio.
I
Do you know where it's
unboxed
at?
it. It's, I think, with your office stuff, isn't it?
We need to find that. That's how little I care about that. 5 years ago, that's all I wanted.
It's a trophy. Like, it's cool, but
It was. But today I'm like, nah, who cares?
Yeah.
But I do need to display it because that's like what you do in your studio, right? You got to have like the credibility plaque, right? Like, by the way, if you don't have a 100,000 subscriber plaque, nobody cares. Just keep posting great content. All right, for all you guys that have, on the come up YouTube channels, that's what I would encourage you to do. Instagram added 10 to 15,000 followers there. That's pretty cool. Had a couple of videos go viral. Like, only took 8 years to get a couple viral videos.
So frustrating.
I've never had a viral anything, folks. I think we had one video finally this year do like 5 million views and another one do 50 million views. The first time ever, 8 years later. Some of you guys get on TikTok and you post.
They blow up.
And you get 10 million views and 90,000 followers like day one. That's just never been a thing for your boy.
I think it's because you've attacked our governor so often that you're like shadow fan for life.
I've attacked our governor so much for horrendous policy making.
Like verbally attacked, not like
social media attack. And the feds are probably watching now, but anyway, so they blacklist you.
There goes YouTube.
They shadow ban you. That's why we don't care. I got on TikTok and used it more. We're at 15,000 followers. I've made like, probably 12 posts this year. I don't really use TikTok. I'm 40. I'm 38 years old. I know. I'm not a 16-year-old girl that uses TikTok, right? That's where most of the people that use it, in my opinion. Let's do this. We started Link. Link is a huge, huge endeavor. I'm so grateful for that.
Can you explain what it is?
So if you guys don't know, we have a private Facebook group and community. It's not exclusive. It's just you got to pay to play. I mean, it's a private Facebook group. We started it last year in November. It's called Link, like your link to success. I thought it was a cool idea and name. I'm kind of cheesy like that. But Lawntrepreneur Academy, Link. And so Link, it's $29 a month. We are actually doing a price increase at the end of January. So February 1st forward is $49 a month, which is still a fantastic deal. Most of the peer groups and all this other mess out there, they're $99 a month, $150 a month, $200. I think what you're getting for ours, if you're between 0 to $1 million, sweet spot for you. Really, 50 to 100 grand to about $500,000 to $1 million. That's really the core audience in there. And the guys in there are growing like crazy. I love it.
It's so cool because we've always said, like, as an entrepreneur in any business, like, it's very easy to feel alone because you don't really have coworkers, especially if you're on the come up, like, and your guys aren't really your coworkers. Like, you're supposed to be their leader. So you can't be friends with people in your local area because they're competition. And so this kind of solves that problem. And it was something that an idea you had for a long time. You made a logo and everything. And then we were so busy that we couldn't do anything with it. And then God bless Bethany because she came on board, was like, hey, I have this idea. We're like, cool. So do we. Like, let's make it happen. And she took over. She took the reins and really made this happen. Seeing the breakfast that we put together at Equip Expo this year
cool. I forgot that.
So cool. Like, seeing people talk online is one thing, and there's posts in there every single day about, like, this is what I'm going through. Does anybody have an advice? Or, hey, this was my weekly win, to their weekly web.
We do a weekly Wednesday, 9 p.m. Zoom meeting webinar. So every week, we're not a group that meets once a month or bi-weekly. We do
every single week.
Every week Wednesdays.
Which I think is really important. If you're creating new habits and stuff this year, like, you can't create a new habit or like get in the flow of things by doing something once or twice a month. It's daily, if not weekly, for something like this. But seeing everybody in person together at Equip was cool because people had made friends in the group and online, and then immediately, like, I don't know, breaking bread together, and like it was really cool.
It's a real community, and it's in an infancy. We're 230 members strong in our first year. I think that's pretty awesome. And again, we're doing a little bit of a price raise based on feedback from other communities, other groups, the folks in our own group saying, dude, this is way underpriced for what we're getting. We've had Sam Gamble, Mark Bradley, Corey Ballard, Nick Carlson, Brian Kazak, almost all the people you've seen on shop tours. These guys, we do a once a month big dog guest interview. I'm not here to sell it or pitch it. I'm just saying, like, getting those guys on for an hour alone for $29 or $49 a month is an absolute steal. Then you get the Facebook group. Then you get all the replays. One of the best kept secrets. We want to blow that thing up big time this year. That's one of my things where I believe there should be 1,000 people part of that group like yesterday. And if you guys are growing, like just really quick, little plug, like that's what is next. That's the big thing.
We want to do other things too, like the breakfast at Equip. We want to do other little things. And so, yeah.
We're going to do meetups. We're going to do more giveaways. We're going to be growing this thing big time. As it gets bigger, we have more cash to do more fun things. So it's just getting started. But thanks to all you guys that have joined, made it fun, made it cool. And kept it pure. That's the best part. It's a great culture that's going on in there. All right, let's keep going. We gave all of our guys raises in the spring and incorporated a bonus structure. That's huge.
Yeah, like a legit company.
Yeah. All of our guys are making more money. I'm very grateful for them. They I think are grateful for what we're doing. We're gonna do more bonuses, more raises. Really, really pumped about that. We hired 2 new kids this year. I call them kids, but 2 new guys, Jake and Owen. Jake was pretty much full-time. Owen was very, very part-time. It was awesome. Jake logged a good 30 to 40 hours a week all summer for 4, 5, 6 months, which was huge. And I was just really grateful for those guys coming on in. They fit the culture. They were great. They're awesome dudes. And we're growing. People are like, well, it's not the same old song and dance. It's not the same me and Rob. There's a real team that's forming up behind the scenes. And we get them on, social and all that mess, but it's not an obligation.
They didn't get hired to be on social media.
We do social media, but we actually have a real lawn and landscape company, believe it or not. So it's always, that's always the fun part about doing all this. We implemented LMN. Holy cow.
Okay, that alone with building a
I don't know what's more challenging, switching CRMs or building a home. Now, I say that tongue in cheek. LMN's been the biggest blessing in my entire business career, I think, so far. And I really, really would hinge that statement on that point. LMN has been phenomenal. If you guys need to sign up, we got a code, shoot me an email. We'll get you hooked up. It's fantastic. It's for most of the companies that are between $200,000-300,000 and above. If you're running a $500,000, $2 million outfit, oh my gosh, you do not know what you don't know and what you're missing out on. That's from my own personal testimony.
I can
holy
say,
cow.
From my perspective too, as a wife that is less and less, more farther removed from the business year over year, especially with the kids and everything. When Brian would talk numbers or the company is doing this or we're doing I'm like, okay, that's all arbitrary to me because I'm not in the day-to-day. But sitting down at the computer together and we can see legit numbers, we can see growth patterns, we can see future forecast. It's amazing. It's been great even for a relationship.
Yeah.
It's been really great.
I'm not making stuff up, right?
The numbers are there.
What are we at? 23 minutes. Okay, sorry.
I can't see that far away.
Go figure this will be a 30-minute video. Maybe you can watch it late night
Anytime
with us.
you get me on anything.
It's all good. All right. I'm telling you, no pitch for LMN, but I'm just telling you it has been a game changer for my business. I cannot imagine running a company without it. It's wild that I had to find out that LMN was awesome, instead of starting there. And for anybody that's using other CRMs or they're just point and sale CRMs or good old Jobber, that's fine when you have a small business. But when you grow a $500,000, $2 million company, you need real budgeting software, real accounting software. You need real sales pipeline software. Telling you the estimating tool alone with LMN and the budgeting tool obviously
I would say
are phenomenal.
Even starting there, if you intend to grow a company and you're I'm not at $1 million yet, I don't need something like that. It's easier to grow into it than it is to start
I cannot believe I cannot believe for the life of me that I'm 17, 18 years into this thing and I'm just realizing the benefits of real software to be the nucleus of our company.
We're kind of hard at it.
Oh my God. It's crazy.
Idiots.
And again, I loved Yardbook. It fit a need for about 5, 6 years. But as we grew past about a $250,000 business, things were starting to just financially, you can't keep track of everything in a CRM like that. So you do need a more robust software. And so that's why I use and promote LMN. Link in the description. All right. 4 Mastermind summits with LMN and Mark Bradley. Mm-hmm. Holy cow.
A lobotomy.
You can't, there's no time. I could do a 30-minute dissertation on what we learned from the 4 Masterminds from LMN and from Mark Bradley's Mastermind classes alone. Phenomenal. If they come to your city, I think there's 2 going on in Orlando and Toronto. I implore you to check them out. But talk about a lobotomy, is that the word you use?
A lobotomy.
Lobotomy for sure. You don't know what you don't know. Getting around that environment was amazing. Getting to meet peers in the industry, making new friends, meeting Link members for the first time at some of these events. of course, hanging out with big dog industry leaders. You know, at some of these events, there's guys that had 10, 20, $50 million companies. A guy had a $100 million company. Another guy had a $100 million exit. Another guy had a $165 million company. Like, their problems, my problems for a year are like their problems in a day, okay? Like, what their revenue is in a day is like what my company does in a year or a week. It's absolutely wild. And we went to all four because I got to partner up with my brother Adam and his business partner Lauren with Branded Bull. And that's another company that I have a small stake in. And I'm very grateful for that. It's marketing, branding, SEO. A lot of you guys know Adam and Lauren. They were at all four masterminds together. And Adam and I we came back every event like, we have so much to do. And it was just so phenomenal to see that event. What's your thoughts on all that? Websites, marketing. They launched their 100th website this year.
That's great.
Green industry website.
Yeah, I think that's...
You're not part of that business much. So,
I don't get a lot to say in that business.
Yeah, she's like, sure, all right, cool. What are we doing again? So you're like trying to keep
your
the kids
brother
alive.
And Lauren started it, and then you came on.
Yeah.
We don't own it to get like
No.
So it's different.
Yeah, I do a lot of like outbound marketing for them, obviously with the podcast. But hey, I guess if you guys need a good website, link to the description again, right?
Well, like lawn and landscape companies hardly ever have like an HQ unless you're a big company. And so like your website is like your HQ. Like this is the front of your business. So it is really important.
Yeah.
And to be taken seriously in the industry, you have to have a good like
website.
Yeah.
And they're doing big things. And they're fantastic. You own the website. It's an upfront fee, small monthly retainer. Like they're phenomenal. Okay. I know what other folks are offering in the industry. Don't comment. All right, let's keep going. New salters. I'm sure we're missing a bunch of stuff this year.
We went from like, we're going to get into salting to he came home and was like, Liz, we're buying another salter.
Yeah,
very quickly. I think before even our first salting event.
Yeah. All my guys, what are we at? 27 minutes? We got to wrap up in 90 seconds or the thing's going to...
This is like a podcast episode.
Well, we can do a, we'll do a quick 2025. Okay, we'll figure it all out in 2 minutes or less.
Okay.
The salters are great. Yeah, my guys and I all joke. We're like, plowing snow, it's for the birds. We like salting because you go out for two...
Everybody's been trying to tell you for like a long time.
I'm sorry, I'm hard-headed. What can I say? We go out and salt and make more doing salting almost than plowing, and it takes 2 hours instead of 10 hours. So super excited about that, excited about the future growth of the company. Anyway, shout out the boss. 10 plus salt runs, 5 new commercial sites, 21 grand in recurring monthly snow, 10 to 15 on top of that with per push and a la carte. Revenue's getting good, man. We're getting good. Working towards a cash basis with Brian's Law Maintenance, just have to pay off our trucks. That's super awesome. We're almost completely out of debt with everything except for the trucks, and we're gonna pay those off this year. And again, I don't mind borrowing or anything. Maybe we'll do another video for another time. Good debt, bad debt. Again, maybe refresh that. But I'm super grateful for that. So working towards a cash basis. I want to have a big piggy bank because we want to save a bunch of money to buy a real HQ before you know it, right? So we're gonna start saving some good money and put that in the LMN budget. All right, so I had to hit stop on the recording. So here we go, a little edit. 2025 goals. There's a lot. I don't have a lot written down. Let's just free range it.
Oh God.
All right. 2025 for the business.
For the business, okay.
We have a lot of personal life goals. We're gonna redo our dream board. I want to get a tractor. We're gonna buy a tractor. This has been ongoing negotiations.
I know we're gonna buy a tractor. I just
Yeah. So we're gonna buy.
I want us to get more into landscape. I think. Yeah. So yeah. We're gonna buy a tractor.
Tractor in about 2 months. I don't want to buy it too soon, but that'll probably be maybe March 1st. We'll buy the tractor. We're going to trade out Thunder and, like I said, sell it. And we're going to...
It's so sad.
I know.
I feel like that's going to be one of the things that, like, we get, like, super rich one day and we're going to track it down by its serial number and buy it because it was, like, our first baby. Like...
Yeah. If I didn't have it, I needed the equity. I need the equity out of it to go buy a new truck.
Growing is more important right now than keeping a stupid truck.
Yeah, it's nostalgic. Everybody watched the video where we picked it up at night. It was raining.
I'm gonna cry. Stop talking about
I know.
it.
We both cried. Everybody cried. You guys cried. I had so many people say when I put a quick little feeler out there on Instagram saying it's going to be available in March. I had 24 people DM and say, "Dude, I've been watching you since 2017. Can't believe it's been that long. It's been 7-8 years." And that truck is, I even called Bedell. I'm like, hey, what do you think?
That truck is why we get this house. Like,
I know.
We gotta stop talking about the truck.
Well, it means that much to us. Well, I called Bedell and I said, hey, here's what I'm thinking. What do you think? Just soundboarding. He goes, yeah. He goes, dude, that truck's made you a couple $1 million. I think it's due. And I went, I think it's due. and we're going to have to sunset it.
It's like killing a horse is what I imagine. Like when your horse is like dying and you have to shoot it.
Oh.
Like in the, like, I don't know. I think that's a thing you have to do.
Yeah. If it was a cat, I probably wouldn't be as emotional. But a horse, yeah, maybe. Cat, that's another story.
Anyways.
I'll rehome a cat tomorrow. Not a cat person, dog person. All right. But Thunder's going to get switched out for a new truck, more of a work truck. Super pumped about that. We'll give that to Foreman Rob to take home. He's grandfathered in. He's got the sweetheart deal for life. So he's got that. But we'll have 3 trucks. 2025 fall, we're looking to buy a F450 dump truck. So I want to make that happen in the spring. I just don't have enough cash for it all. I don't want to finance it necessarily. I'm not opposed to it. But instead, and not to gloss over the dump truck, because that's something we're going to do by fall of 2025. And then it'll be our 4th truck, and we'll be able to plow more snow, and we might even get another salter. We'll see what we need. I like salting. I like being fast with salting too. Our whole salt run, 12 plus commercial sites, takes us 2 hours.
Yeah.
So we want to be quick with service. That's why I don't mind a 10 grain salter. Those lines cross really quick. But in the spring, another 2 months, 3 months, we're going to get a new dump trailer from Kelly & Son, SureTrack dump trailer. Really excited about that. We need to add 2 to 3 guys this year for sure. Because if Ryan's going out with a rig and Rob's going out with a rig and Mark's doing landscaping, Mark and I can probably do the landscaping because I'll be half in the field, half selling, half growing the company. Rob needs another guy or 2, and then Ryan needs a guy. So we need to hire 2 or 3 people. So if you guys live local, Wixom, Novi, South Lyon, anywhere Southeast Michigan, holler. We pay really good. We pay above average. We are super flexible, tons of PTO. And the
guys like to eat. Like we do good, like fun,
yeah.
like.
Yeah, we do. Oh my God, we pay for food all the time. Once a week, shift meal for everybody. And then we do company outings and food all the time. By the way, we did Topgolf.
Yeah, we did Topgolf. We went to Cedar Point last year for our company outing and Topgolf this year. Yeah. I think the guys like Topgolf better than Cedar Point.
Cedar Point was cool, but I think, I don't know what we spent more money on. Building the home or taking
Cedar
the company
Point.
To Cedar Point?
Probably Cedar
Sam Gamble with Atlas Outdoor took their whole team to Michigan Adventures.
Rented buses, like
what?
That's a dream. Like that's so cool. We're not there yet.
Build my dream. Sam, great job.
Topgolf is kind of weird.
$1,000 for Topgolf is a lot better than $3,000 or $4,000 at Cedar Point. Because we do it right. We got the Fast Passes, the Fast Pass Plus.
Paid for everybody's gas.
Everybody's gas, of course, paid for labor for the day or everybody's time. Paid for food. Holy cow. So that was, then we had to bring the grandmas. We brought significant others. That was expensive. So anyway, it's been a crazy.
I think the guys like Topgolf and bigger bonuses.
Topgolf and more cash, yeah. I'm with that too. Trying to think what else for 2025. I think you and I want to get a golf cart for the property, trucks, dump trailer. I think that's pretty much like the big stuff I want to do this year. Revenue-wise.
No, you forgot one thing.
Okay, go ahead.
A baby.
Oh, we are pregnant with, well, that's not business related, but that's,
It's kind of.
It is kind of business related, We are pregnant with baby number 3. Super pumped about that. Do you know the gender or the name yet?
We aren't finding out the gender. You're gonna see Brian. He doesn't have a choice.
I can't do it. I need to know.
You're not gonna know.
But you don't really get too many more surprises at our age, And with baby, we have a girl, we have a boy. So 3 and 4, obviously just healthy, right? We want to make sure the baby's healthy. But I think we're gonna find out at birth what the gender is, which is gonna be awesome. So we have to have some good names in the queue for.
Yeah, if you have baby names, I always feel bad for like the subsequent children, especially if a girl and a boy, because those were your top names, and then after that, you're just kind of like, here's my second
top name. I never thought about that. That's funny. Let's wrap it up with where do we want to go for revenue with Brent's Lawn Maintenance in 2025. I think we should be able to hit about 750,000 done right. I want to aim for the stars and get to the big mill number.
I have a hard time not being good.
We might just go for it. If we can hire a good team of guys.
We need one more thing for the business, and that was a admin. Oh,
yes. That's another new hire that we need to make this year is an office admin. I'm done working with Element on the back end, right? Around the front, whatever. In my own company, somebody else can manage accounts payable, receivables, billing and estimating. It's a very important job. Mentally, it fries me out, and I love to be selling. So I need to get myself out of the field in that regard, or out of the office work, and yes, hire a remote admin. So that is coming. But revenue-wise,
I would love for them to be local.
Yeah, for sure. But I think
like a hybrid.
Yeah, so we have a part-time VA that's working with us to do that for 6 months, actually Cycle CPA. I roped them into it.
They don't do that.
They don't do that, but Cycle CPA is our bookkeeper, and they've been phenomenal. I love Joseph and Carla, but we're going to work with them to do our AP and AR for now, and then we're going to hire somebody in-house. Hopefully physically local would be really cool, so we can see them 1 or 2 days a week, obviously. Even part-time, you know, that scales into a full-time position. And then 750 to $1 million this year is the goal. And not even to get into 2026, but we want to get a shop in the next year or two. We have a lot of money to save for another down payment to be able to obviously work into a building. So that's where we're scaling to.
This whole barn. Never mind.
Yeah, this is beautiful, but we're not running the business out of here. All the excess crap is here. The business is ran out of the storage lockers still where we park all of the rigs. But we're really, really pumped about getting into a shop. And it doesn't have to be a big shop. You know, it can be 3,000-4,000 square feet. Couple
we've
acres.
Been able to see some things. We went and looked at properties. I don't think we'll build. We looked at some buildings that aren't available for purchase that we're like, we're going to buy.
We've named it, claimed it to a bunch of this crap.
And we've been offered a shop, but I don't think we're there yet. So
yeah, we might rent a shop in 2025, and then we might try to seller finance and buy a shop in 2026 or 2027. We'll see. Yeah. Not dropping any names or anything, but just some hints that are out there. We're super pumped. So we'll see where that goes. All right. Last thing I'll say, holy cow. 2 last things I'll say. Holy cow. Thank you to everyone who's poured into us this year. Mm-hmm. I mean, a lot of words. We've been talking for 30, 40 minutes. Amazing that we can do this. The kids are probably killing grandma in the house.
It's like nap time.
You're going to yell at me later, for sure.
The kids are going to yell at you later.
Yeah.
And then you get to put them down.
They're going to be up till 10 p.m. I'm really grateful for everybody who's weighed in, poured in, helped. We've made so many friends this year. Like, I know YouTube, it's been a lot about like doing the business, but there's a whole nother aspect that's hard to like capture is the friends you make on the podcast, the live events, LAL. I mean, we didn't even talk about LAL. That was phenomenal. Our best year ever. New friends, new speakers. It was amazing. 2025 is going to be even better because we put more thought into that event than we ever have. And here's the idea. We're getting rid of all the distractions of the home and the barn and building. It's so exhausting.
It was a very, obviously, we've dreamed about our home. If you guys have been following us for a while, know how much our home, really, we joke about it being like a long process and whatever, but like it is and was our dream to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm sad to close that chapter, but it was also exciting at the same time. And it was just, but on to the next thing. Like, I'm ready to grow. And then our next thing is the business. Like, not that we ever really took our foot off the gas completely, but we're ready to like punch it.
Yeah. We've been giving all of you guys a head start for 5 years. I'm not in competition with anybody. I will just say, we are really excited about growing Brian's Lawn Maintenance into a much larger company. And I've got the bug. You know, I want to scratch the itch of growing a bigger company, a very profitable company. We're going to do it as right as possible. And I know we have great information because of all of you guys and the people that we've been able to associate and befriend.
I think there's some people that you've been put in touch with in our life that some people that have gone to where we want to get have warned us not to. Mm-hmm. But I think that we have enough people around us who were heeding warnings and whatever.
Lessons
learned. But I think they're in our life for a reason. And I think that reason is to share it with all of you guys. I don't think anybody's really shared like the middle a lot on here. It's, hey, I'm a guy with another guy, or a guy and a couple guys, and then guys with like really, really big businesses. But there's nobody in the middle showing you that process. And I truly believe that is why we're here. Like, I believe that's why you've been given access to people that you've been given access to. And as long as we just follow that, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah. And I don't know anybody doing social media that's really documenting the middle or growing a company.
A big company.
They're making videos, having fun. That's totally awesome. But there's not really like any meat to the content. There's no real like, hey, we're growing a business. And that's what this channel is all about. Mm-hmm. Last but not least, gotta thank you.
Me?
I don't have to. I don't got to. I don't have to. I want to. Thank you for all the love, the support. It's been the craziest year of our freaking life. No doubt about it. You could take the last 6-7 years combined. It wouldn't even throw a stone at a pebble, a drop in the water of what we've had to do this year. And you've been with me every step of the way.
Why are you trying to? We just told me I'm pregnant. I'm hormonal.
I'm just telling
you can't do this.
There's no way. Look at the barn, the house, our guys, the trucks, the equipment. Finances have been up and down and left and right.
and non-existent.
I've owed money. I've borrowed money. I've owed money. I've made money.
We've had more money flow through our account. Like, I guess it's a good thing.
Just in and out, in and out. And then I hold something, I'm like, and it's out. It's like, it's crazy. It's crazy. But we did it. We're doing it.
Like your leadership, like you kept us. I wasn't always positive. Like,
you mean you had a bad attitude here and there?
Oh, I have to I'm doing some serious reading because this year it impacted us both, and it's been a serious effort to make sure that we are
on it.
Yeah,
for sure. We're getting more engaged than we've ever had, more mental toughness than ever before. We're excited about growing, and we know that that's going to require a better Brian and Liz.
Yeah.
So to pour it out, you got to first pour it in. And so that's where I'm going to leave it. I'm very thankful for you. I love you. I'm so grateful to be this far with you. I cannot believe, look at us from like the 2016, 2017 videos when we picked up Thunder. And now
we're so naive.
We were so young.
Like, I just want to give myself a hug.
Oh
you cute little thing.
Like, we were so naive, but like we've made it this far. Praise the Lord. And I can't be more thankful and grateful for all the provision that we've had, all the support that we've had, your support for sure. I'm just really grateful. So that's 2024. You know that reel, it's like, with that being said, the 2024 year is coming to a close, and it's like the baseball guy.
I can never make those. I've always wanted to make you know, like the year, but I can't get I can't put it together without like sobbing because of the kids, and I don't share the kids on the social media anymore anyway. But just So this is as good as it's gonna get.
This is it. This is our 30-40 minute dissertation. I don't know why this video is 40 minutes, but this is our...
But if you like this, I get on the podcast once a quarter. They're usually worse than this.
More so coming because we're fixing that. We're getting the studio put together. We're going to have a video podcast.
Brian's going to make a content schedule, content calendar.
We're going to have
We've never done that
I have content calendar. We are getting more organized. Dude, I don't have to think about 20, 30 hours a week on the home anymore. And I've got great guys that can help run crews. Like, I can have my mental back. It's going to be fantastic. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Like we've been operating the last year with the house, but instead of the house, it's the business.
Oh my God.
I'm very
I'll grow $1 million in 6 months. It's insane. It's insane. The rubber band has been stretched so far that to grow to $1 million this year is it's so obvious. Like, I'm pumped. I'm very excited. Let's go make it happen. All right. That's 2024 for us. That's where we're going. Big things that we can think of 2025. Of course, it'll bring its own excitement, I'm sure. But that's what we got. All right. Over and out. Anything else you want to add? That's it?
Just glad we made it. Made it together.
We're both exhausted. We both need Botox at this point. We need Botox and a good workout program.
Brian's lost weight. Every time somebody sees Brian in person for the first time in a while, he gets, wow, you've lost weight. And for some reason, you actually, your skin and stuff looks better than it has. So being stressed out is good for you.
All the crap that was in my body from Buffalo Wild Wings is poured out. And so I'm doing better. I don't know. Another video I'm going to do, actually, I want to talk about working out, talking about exercising. I'm going to put it out there.
Are you going to do 75 hard?
No. I'm not going to do that program, but I'm going to work out. Another video for another time. I want to show you guys the gym. I'm really excited about that. Not too many people talk about physical health or mental health really in our community too often. And so I want to publicly put it out there that I want to get more in shape for you, for everybody, for me. And I want to make sure that I'm there for my daughter's graduation and wedding. And I got a lot of work to do. So anyway, if you guys want to see a gym reveal, let me know. I've got
it looks
I got this pallet, just got delivered. I got 2 more pallets coming. I got a bunch of stuff up there. Big financial investment, but I really want to hit that in 2025. All right. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Leave a comment down below if you feel inclined. We love building community with you guys. Drop a thumbs up, I think, right, on the video if you guys want.
People still do that? Is that what the kids say?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still an old fart, so I don't know how social media works. But let's make sure that we're staying as real, authentic, and lawn care as possible in 2025. All right, that's what it's always about. Deal?
Deal.
Deal? All right. See you guys.
Bye.